In the previous episode, we learned that our main character, Yuan, was born with a rare and powerful dragon spirit, the gift that allowed him to unlock his 8 meridians at birth. These meridians are vital pathways for channeling energy and achieving great power. However, tragedy struck when the head of the Dao dynasty, Xian, defeated Yuan's father, the king. Xian forcibly extracted the holy dragon spirit from Yuan's body, leaving him poisoned and gravely weakened. As a result of losing his dragon spirit, Yuan's body became fragile, and he was left with a deadly poison circulating within him. The poison is slowly eating away at him, and it has been foretold that Yuan only has 3 years left to live. Despite this grim fate, Yuan refuses to accept such a cruel destiny. He is determined not to die in weakness and despair, but instead, he seeks to reclaim his strength and power. Driven by this resolve, Yuan turns to his father, the king, asking for guidance and a way to become stronger. The king, deeply concerned for his son's life, takes Yuan to a sacred and mysterious place known as the Ancestral Land, a place where hidden and ancient powers lie dormant. These powers, however, are elusive, and no one has been able to discover or unlock them for centuries. With a heart full of determination, Yuan sets out to activate the Ancestral Formation, a mystical structure that might hold the key to the hidden powers he seeks. Through his efforts, Yuan manages to trigger the formation, which in turn transports him to a strange and unfamiliar realm. In Episode 2 of Dragon Prince Yuan, we see that Yuan finds himself inside the mysterious formation world. Confused and unsure of where he is, Yuan encounters a girl. He asks her about this strange place, but she doesn't answer immediately. Instead, she mutters to herself, "Grandpa He was right, someone has finally arrived here," confirming her belief that someone would come to this place. The girl then begins to walk away, calling for her pet Tunten to follow her. Yuan, curious about the creature, asks, "Is that a cat or a dog?" Upon hearing this, Tunten gets visibly upset and, in a show of strength, bites into a nearby rock and shatters it. Yuan is shocked by this unexpected display of power. The girl, without much reaction, invites Yuan to follow her. He reluctantly agrees and trails behind her. She leads him to her grandfather, known as Grandpa He. Upon seeing Yuan, Grandpa He uses a mysterious skill to scan Yuan, instantly learning all about him. He reveals to Yuan that his dragon spirit has been stolen, which has caused a deadly poison to spread through his body. Yuan, startled by how much Grandpa knows, wonders how he could be so well informed. After this revelation, Yuan formally introduces himself to Grandpa He. However, the old man tells him that he already knows why Yuan is here. Yuan seeks to unlock his 8 meridians. Grandpa He, though, questions why he should help Yuan achieve this. "What benefit would I get from helping you?" he asks. Using his magic, Grandpa He pulls Yuan closer and examines him. After a thorough inspection, Grandpa comments that Yuan is incredibly weak. So weak, in fact, that he wouldn't even be able to protect a little girl. This harsh assessment leaves Yuan feeling both embarrassed and determined. Finally, Grandpa He agrees to help unlock Yuan's 8 meridians, but on one condition. Yuan must agree to protect the girl, Yao Yao, from now on. Here, we learn that the girl's name is indeed Yao Yao. Before Yao Yao can protest, Grandpa assures her that there's no need to worry. He has to leave soon and won't be able to stay with her much longer. Concerned, Yao Yao asks if she'll be able to see Grandpa again in the future. However, Grandpa doesn't provide a clear answer. Grandpa turns to Yuan and asks him what he thinks about this arrangement. Yuan responds, saying that even though he's weak now, if anyone tries to harm Yao Yao, they would have to walk over his dead body first. This declaration surprises Yao Yao, who had not expected such a strong commitment from him. Impressed by Yuan's resolve, Grandpa opens a portal beneath him, causing Yuan to fall into it. Inside the portal, Yuan is immediately attacked by a monster. He dodges the initial attack and engages in a hand-to-hand fight with the beast. Yuan manages to defeat the monster with a powerful punch, and as the creature dies, its energy flows into Yuan's body, making him feel a change within his meridians. Soon after, 2 more monsters appear and attack Yuan. He fights them off as well, absorbing their energy in the process. Yuan realizes that there are many more monsters in this place, so he decides that he needs to escape before he's overwhelmed. While running, Yuan fights off several more monsters. Suddenly, a large python-like creature appears in front of him. Yuan readies himself for battle and delivers a powerful punch, killing the monster instantly. As the python dies, its energy too is absorbed into Yuan, unlocking more of his meridians. Though the process is excruciatingly painful, Yuan pushes through it, thinking of his family and the injustices he has faced. He vows to endure the pain no matter what. With this final burst of energy, all of Yuan's meridians unlock. Yuan is shown sitting quietly as his eyes slowly open, fully conscious again. Grandpa He instructs him to feel his body, and Yuan realizes that he can now sense his meridians, which fills him with excitement. However, Grandpa warns him not to get too happy just yet. The meridians are only partially unlocked. To fully unlock them, Yuan will need to train harder. Yao Yao then reveals that her own energy is blocked for some unknown reason. Grandpa explains that Yao Yao possesses incredibly strong energy, and when it's fully unlocked, she'll be far more powerful than even him. In fact, she could even become Yuan's teacher if she wanted to. Yuan, realizing how much more powerful Yao Yao is destined to become, asks Grandpa to teach him a skill because he feels too weak to protect her as he promised. However, Grandpa refuses, explaining that he doesn't want to teach his skills to an outsider. In a moment of desperation, Yuan kneels before Grandpa and begs to be taken as his disciple. Rather than accepting, Grandpa uses his power to lift Yuan into the air and explains that Yuan isn't ready for his techniques. His body is still too weak, and he's only just unlocked his meridians. He will need to become much stronger first. Grandpa then creates a magical formation around Yuan to test how much power he currently possesses. During the test, Grandpa notices that Yuan has weapons attached to his hands and legs, which emit a faint energy. While Yuan's body is weak, his weapons are quite powerful, and it's thanks to these that he was able to defeat the monsters earlier. Realizing this, Grandpa remarks that while Yuan lacks soul power, at least he can rely on his weapons for now. Yuan will be able to use them until he can fully activate his soul power. Next, Grandpa uses his magic to temporarily extract Yuan's soul from his body. He hands Yuan a pin, which he calls the 10 Yuan pin. This pin, as Grandpa explains, was given to him by his master and contains the power of a saint-level weapon. Yuan is shocked to learn that such a dangerous object was handed to him. Grandpa further explains that the pin is currently dormant because it hasn't consumed enough beast souls. In total, it needs to absorb the souls of 9 beasts to reach its full power. Once it does, no one will be able to stand against it. Grandpa then turns to Yao Yao and says he knows she has many questions but reassures her that now isn't the time to answer them. He gives her a jade pendant, instructing her to keep it with her at all times. The pendant will change color when danger is near, acting as a protective charm. Grandpa then reminds Yuan to always protect Yao Yao, and Yuan promises to do so, vowing that he will never let her come to harm. Satisfied, Grandpa creates a portal and tells them that if fate allows, they may meet again in the future. As Yao Yao and Yuan disappear into the portal, Grandpa whispers that he has now sent Yao Yao to a safe place. Suddenly, a group of demon-like figures descends from the sky, demanding that Grandpa hand Yao Yao over or face death. But Grandpa, unfazed, activates his powers. The scene transitions to an intense battle as Grandpa fights off the demons. Despite their combined efforts, the demons are no match for him. At one point, Grandpa even uses a portal to transport one of the demons into the universe, where he continues the battle. After defeating them one by one, Grandpa delivers a final, devastating attack that destroys an entire planet. Meanwhile, back in the real world, Yuan and Yao Yao have safely arrived. Yao Yao is worried about Grandpa, fearing that a powerful enemy might be coming for him, which is why he sent them away. Yuan tries to comfort her, telling her not to worry. Yao Yao then vows that if anything happens to Grandpa, she will seek revenge and become powerful enough to ensure no one is left standing in her path.